with a nice head of hair. Everything from that down sucks.
The back is wild. Like, even when I try to explain it to people, like, trying to explain it to people, they're always like, oh, he must really love Mega Man. I'm like, I don't think so.
You know, Woodman, and fucking the guy, all the guys.
Oh,
Right?
fellas.
See, that's the only one I know. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
That's a New Brunswick thing, referring to like ATVs, dirt bikes, trikes.
I see if it's a dirt bike.
I don't like when
bike.
people call their SUV a Jeep.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my Jeep. I'm like, it's not a fucking Jeep.
No, Jeep is his brand name.
Yeah, it's brand name.
I got a guy at work that calls his van a truck. He's like, I gotta get the old truck up.
Is it a minivan or a big van, though?
No, it's like a minivan.
Okay, but like I could see if you got like a big work van, you could call it a truck. Sort
Yeah,
of.
if it's work, you can call it a truck.
Yeah.
No,
But if you're
no.
if you got stow and go seating,
No. You guys are being too fucking.
I got stow and go seating here. Just throw it in the
You're way
flatbed
too
there.
fucking kind on this one. Even with a bit, the true test is if you look out in the parking lot and somebody goes, "Hey, go to my truck out there," and there's a white van and a white truck out there, and you go like, I don't know which one the truck is, but like, no, the one is clearly a fucking van.
How about this? How about when rappers call their Escalades a truck? Or like all through the wire, they would call it a truck. It's an SUV.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, but
See, it's not
SUV van is different.
Plus, it's cooler when black people are doing it.
Yeah,
Let's just admit the truth here. If black people are calling it a truck, we're gonna be like, yeah, that's a truck.
yeah, I'm not trying to have those problems. You guys say what you want. I love everybody knows.
I'm not arguing with Stringer Bell.
Everybody knows I love The Wire. People have questioned that the second season is my favorite, but yes, I love The Wire. Truck can be whatever it is. There's a big difference between truck and van.
What about a cube van?
Oh, I don't think
It's still a van.
Yeah, but it's got that big box on the back.
It doesn't matter. It's still a van. There's no way somebody's like, and there'll be a truck pulling up to get you, and then a cube van shows up. I'd still be like, I wonder if this is it.
Okay, but the next step from cube van would be like a kind of like a cargo truck.
Then that would be a truck.
That'd be a truck.
Because I'd be like, that's the
because
truck.
there's separation of the cab and box.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's been like that forever. You know what I mean? Like that, and you know what? It took you a while to get there, but that's where I've been the last couple minutes. I'm like, yeah, there's a thing that's a van, and then there's a thing that's a truck, and we all grew up with those things. You remember dinky cars? If you had a van, you'd be like, who's the pussy today? Me, the van. If you had any kind of truck that you knew was a truck when you had it in your hand, and be like, oh, I'm Optimus Prime for the day.
But what about like a full-size 80s van?
What's
like,
an 80s van now?
Like, those ones that are like pimped out. They got shag carpeting.
Yeah, van.
In the back.
Van.
Full up,
Yeah.
Still van. Cool
But
van.
I'm just saying, if you got, because I had a little dinky car that if you went inside that dinky car, I'm sure there would be a bed and shit in the back. And I was like, I didn't mind getting that one.
Not
Oh,
bad.
okay, so you're not arguing the truck thing anymore.
I'm defending my dinky cars.
He's arguing that he's not a pussy for having the van.
And who-
Dinky car. This is a whole. This is weird.
Guys,
we really touched on something
guys,
weird.
I went a little over the top there with what I said there. I don't actually believe. I've had a few vans growing up. I mean my parents. I didn't have anything to do
Imagine
with the
pulling that
ownership.
dinky car to your stocking in the morning. Wow, a Ford Aerostar. Thanks, Santa.
It's Illumina. It's the first one that looks like a fucking spaceship.
Ooh, it's got a racing stripe. We never had a van. We did have something. We had maybe the shittiest vehicle that's ever been created. It wasn't quite a station wagon, and it wasn't quite a van, and they legit called it a Wago van.
Wago.
Oh, it was bad.
Wago beef.
It had all. Yeah, it was a bit of a Wagyu. It was a Wagyu van. It had really good marbling.
I thought you were going to mention the Pontiac vibe, because that's what that looks
Oh
like.
no, this is
I
well
believe
before.
my mom had a Vibe, or was it a Matrix? I don't know. They're both sick.
I remember when I was a child, I think I was about 4 years old, and I remember we bought a new car right from the dealership,
Goddamn.
and it was a Pontiac Acadian, which is the Pontiac version of the Chevette.
Okay.
Remember the Chevettes?
Yeah.
So my family of 5 went, and we got our new Pontiac Acadian, and then I was the youngest, so I always had to sit bitch in the middle, and there was only 4 seatbelts in the Acadian, and we were a family of 5.
Yeah.
And I was the one who sat in the middle where there was no
Just
seatbelt.
waiting for an accident. Fucking
The best is because in the middle, there's no, you're not hitting the seat either. You're flying right
Right through the
between.
windshield. Yeah.
yeah.
I like that it forces the family to decide which one of the kids is expendable. You really gotta sit down and have that conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, the 2 good ones get the belts. Jeffy, you're in the middle.
But I remember before that we had a Volkswagen Bug. And I would always crawl. There was behind the back seat of the Volkswagen Bug. There was a little just compartment, and I was like a little kid, and I would just crawl in that and just like lie in that. And I was like, I love the. I called it the Baka.
The fucking nook. Your parents are like, this kid just wants to die, eh?
I'm blessed with a nice head of hair. Everything from that down just sucks.
You're peeking real high.
As soon as you get to my eyes, you're like, what the fuck? This guy got a bad deal.
Go back to the hair. Go back to the hair.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was sitting around thinking about all the, people who are somewhat our size, somewhat our hairline, sitting around. I mean, Otter got the losing hairline. You and T-Shane.
I guess I just won't listen to this part of the podcast.
Point is, I was thinking about Dylan Gott, who's a comedian friend of ours.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's the only
Bald man.
He's it's fucking.
I've never seen a bald man have so much dandruff.
He is weirdly flaky. He's the only man I know with a tramp stamp.
Yeah, and he got it for a comedy fundraiser.
Yeah, which is
What is it?
fantastic.
I think it's Delicious.
Delicious, but
Yeah.
his name's Dylan, so it's DYL.
Yeah.
Delicious. It's
Yeah, he did a fundraiser for comedy. He's like, if we raise this much money, I will get a tramp stamp, and fucking went through with it.
I have something kind of worse than that, and for not a fundraiser. For real.
Which one are you talking about?
I have a tattoo on my right hip in Gothic calligraphy that just says, Bry, here's the catch. It's old and it was done in Chester in a guy's kitchen. And it was so poorly done, and time has taken its toll on my old hips.
Oh no!
Not only on the inside, but also on the outside. So now it looks like it just says Bay. And not the cool new Bay, like she's my Bay.
Like the body of water.
Like the body of water.
Like danger. Can you put danger above it?
I could, but it wouldn't be any less stupid, so why would I do that?
If a girl ever asks, it's like, say, oh, I always wake up on my side after I piss the bed. It's my bay.
That's my Bay.
That's my bad. If you had to get a tramp stamp, what would you get? I thought of an answer. I'll tell you my answer out of the gate. This is just a
Let me see what you're working with.
It's the only practical answer I could think of.
Okay.
Just in case, in the off chance that I ever have to go to prison and there might be some sort of unfortunate situation, I think I'd just get AIDS tattooed.
Your medical alert.
It's just like a last minute warning in case someone's about to do it. And that might
Wait. No. But wait. That's great in preparation. And if that never happens,
Jimmy at the beach.
anytime you're at the beach, it just says AIDS above your asshole.
Maybe a little arrow pointing down, give them the fancy font too.
No, it's just my asshole that has AIDS.
No, the rest of me's fine. It's the only practical thing I could think of that would actually be. Or maybe like the minor hockey jersey just gets stopped, like a little stop sign written down.
Do you have tattoos?
None, no.
I have 2. Don't care for them. You got a lot of tattoos?
I'm
She's
covered.
just got wild
Yeah,
tattoos.
I got one. I wasn't in the kitchen, my first one, but it was in a guy's basement. And I got
Close second.
Yeah, but I never got it touched up. It was like it's on my fucking shoulder blade.
Yeah.
It's the map of Canada with the flag inside it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
did you just watch that Canadian
I don't know.
Canadian
Funny,
commercial or something?
I was like 18. I don't fucking know.
I love it. I have Bry on my hip.
Yeah. And then, but I never got it touched up. So now it's like, it's so faded. Like you can see the line. Like you got to really look to see, especially in the summer. If I get any sort of fucking sun on it, it's just a weird thing on my back.
Yeah.
And then I got a 4-leaf clover on the back of my leg that's like this big.
Oh yeah.
And I got it with my ex-wife while we were breaking up. We were like, well, let's go on a date, do something crazy, maybe throw some fucking fun back into this. And then I got this little, because I don't know, it was cheap. I was like, I don't have a lot of money, so I got this little fucking thing, and then I figured I'd just get tattoos around it. and there's nothing that I give a fuck to put on my body anymore.
Yeah, I don't really care about, like, I have a lot of I guess I have just like a one big jumbo one that covers my whole torso, basically.
And
The back of it is all Mega Man.
But did you, like, anything, like, does it mean anything to
The
you?
front kind of does, yeah, but the back is just Mega Man.
the back is wild. Like, even when I try to explain it to people, like, trying to explain it to them, and they're always like, oh, he must really love Mega Man. I'm like, I don't think so.
Not really. I just love the picture.
I really love Mega Man, but I don't think I've ever seen T-Shane play it.
No, I mean, I love it like any kid from my era does. I
Yeah.
grew up playing all them and shit like that. Woodman and fucking all the guys.
All the
Right?
fellas.
See, that's the only one I know. Dr. Willie.
You can only, first of all, it's Wily.
I like to humanize him.
You can only name one Mega Man character. You have a full back.
No,
Mega Man
there's
character.
Airman and Cutman.
I
man.
have a friend. She owns a tattoo removal clinic, and she's like offered to remove this thing off my leg
Yeah.
for free. And my wife's like, because I do a joke about it, and like I show it on stage, and my wife's like, you can't afford to lose that joke.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, buddy. You ain't got that many. We can't really be throwing.
I
them
think
away.
she's hiding it. I think she likes your tattoo. She feels like she's banging one of the Sons of Anarchy.
feels like she's in the town right now.
Fuck. Yeah, it's but it's like, actually this summer wasn't bad, but up until like usually anytime I'm wearing shorts, I'm like, people are looking at this stupid tattoo.
Nah.
I get all in my head about it, but then I'm like, I don't know. Now I walk around in tracksuits, but if I see somebody dressed like an asshole, it's that guy's dressed like an asshole, and then that's out of my head. I don't think
Exactly.
about it all day, so
Yeah.
I'm like, people aren't thinking about my fucking tattoo.
Nobody gives
No.
a fuck about anybody.
Yeah.
Listen, well, before you say that, if people look at Jeff Paul's tattoo, they think nothing. If people look at your tattoos, if you get your shirt off, they're like, I'm going to see this fucker in a Netflix documentary at some point when they find the bodies. 'Cause
Keep
this
your
dude's
eye
got,
out.
he's got serial killer tattoos. He's my best friend, but the man looks like a serial killer. It's insane.
The blackout shoulders.
The blackout shoulders are wild to me. He had tattoos. I'm sorry to be telling this, but T-Shane had tattoos on his shoulders and he didn't like them. So he just got them blacked out with a
You
giant.
covered up those swastikas?
That's what it looks like. That's 100%.
Change man.
feeling.
I'm the third act of fucking American History Acts over here.
And it's
I
so
got
funny.
a nice hair, little goatee, and I want to teach Ed Furlong this is a different way.
It's just so funny because I know what the tattoos are under it, and like there's nothing to like cover up. Like it's not. It's not
Just didn't like it?
Just didn't like it. Like, it's not like that to be covered up. And now it looks so much sketchier. it looks like, it does look like they're a giant swastika.
My mom loves them.
But it doesn't look bad. Like it doesn't. It,
looks
doesn't
cool.
look bad. It looks cool. It just looks
You
like
should
you might
tattoo
have
your
murdered
entire
people.
body is a shade of brown.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I have Mega Man and the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Just some good old-fashioned white
The
guy
front
stuff.
is like a horror scene. It's like there's a haunted house and there's four.
It's not a
giant
haunted
horses.
house.
looks
It's
like a
my
haunted
house
house.
that I grew up in, but is this as if the apocalypse?
But how's
Oh, that's pretty cool.
how's your body holding up? Are you looking like me and Pete, or are you?
No, are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm
Keeping in
down
shape?
15 and I'm like a 210 right now.
Okay.
Slimming over
Nice,
here.
nice. You work out. You got some muscle. All right.
I don't have muscle, but
I love fat guys with tattoos. It's
No.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's good. Luck.
I'm not gonna lie. For a while, like I did put on weight, and I was just like, man, I don't care. This tattoo still looks cool. And after a while, I was like, when it doesn't, that's gonna look fucked up. And when it really stretches out, I'm like, that's gonna look kind of fucked up. So.
It is funny when you put on a little bit of weight because the house just gets bigger. The
Yeah.
horses stay the same.
Oh
but the
shit,
house
we're
just
living
grows up.
now, Mom. Told you I'd get you a nice big house.
Slowly turns into a mansion as you put on more weight. God damn, they put an extra addition on that motherfucker.
But really, it just looks like somebody blew it up.
Yeah. It's a cartoon thing that they're expanding. Man loves being cozy.
Cozy.
Who doesn't love being cozy?
It's like a track.
Like I said, I own 12 velour tracksuits.
Like a tracksuit for your drink is a pretty good slogan for that cozy.
I got a nephew that his thing is he likes being cozy. He said that. He's just like,
Yeah, that's like a kid thing now. Like all of like Gen Z. Is that the kids? Yeah, like cozy is like the peak what you want
Yeah.
to be.
you don't have nephews. How do you know that?
Because he hangs out with a lot of kids.
Yeah, what do you mean?
He's just hanging out with Gen Z. I
just-
know that
You're
because I
just
have
upset because I'm the coolest one here.
I know that because I have nephews. I hear them talk. Who do you hear talk?
I just got mentioned in a fellow comedian's Instagram story. She was drinking my beer with my logo on that beer.
Look at that.
Jesus Christ.
At the
Bring it up
brewery.
closer to the camera.
There we go.
See
Just
that?
clock
See
that so
that?
we know what to cut out there.
Anyway, shout out. You guys know
No, not at all.
Not
funny
a-
gal, funny gal.
There we go. Shout her out.
Sure. We're going to bleep her name.
Yeah.
We're going to blur her face and bleep her name.
Change the beer to a wiener.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just going to be some lady with put a new face on. She's holding a dick. I get a shout out from someone on Instagram. Oh, it's this old lady jerking some dude off.
Bonnie Guzzler.
We're going to dub it over with T-Shirt's voice.
Oh my God, it's Bonnie Guzzler.
Props to Bonnie Guzzler.
Yeah, she's one of our biggest fans, and now she's a fan of Jeff's.
Such an old lady whore name.
Bonnie
Guzzler.
Bonnie Guzzler.
That would also be like a burlesque girl's name.
Oh, it would be, yeah. I forgot you're in the burlesque world.
Yeah. It's my home.
Did you start in the burlesque world?
Yeah. I'm immortal.
Did you ever do burlesque?
Me? No, nobody wants to see that.
No, I don't, but I just didn't know.
It's a very body positive
that's what I don't like about
environment,
it.
but there's no way. I'd go up to people and be like, smoke break.
Listen, Otter, not for nothing, but there's a limit to body
You
positivity.
ever thought about what you put together for a little,
My outfit would slap.
oh my God.
Well, you've already got
My
the
outfit would slap. This guy does know Gen Z.
I don't think I've ever seen a burlesque
on the topic. You guys want to hear about a live sex show I went to
Please.
in Amsterdam?
Sure. I also went to one.
It was it wasn't like a perv booth. It was like, did you go to
In
one
the
where
theater.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like it was like a comedy.
It was more like art than it was. It wasn't erotic in any
There
way.
was like there was acts
Yeah.
throughout it, and then the headliner was the penetration. But it was like sex tricks and stuff. And like one girl brought a guy on stage, put a little Sharpie inside herself, with the tip out,
Classic.
and then had the guy lying on stage, pulled his shirt up, and then drew a penis across this man's chest.
Nice.
With a Sharpie out of her vagina.
Yeah.
One of the greatest skills I've ever seen.
Think we can get her for the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But then we got to the headliner, and I went to the late show, and this dude he left it all on the early show because he was fucking struggling, man, and the crowd knew he was struggling, and they were a very unforgiving crowd. They were like booing him, and
I
he's
love
like,
it.
but he's like trying to fucking thumb his dick into this girl, like,
Buddy.
and then it finally got something going, and like got to the climax, and it was like, I think it was like a one shot of cum, sort of like bloop, and it was
Single tear.
Yeah, it was the saddest thing ever, and the fucking place blew up. Like everyone's like on their feet cheering for this guy. Like,
You think the scene is a lot like the comedy
I was
scene?
gonna say that feeling.
Yeah.
That feeling is very familiar. It's not sexual,
headliner.
but I know that
yeah.
feeling.
Did you guys hear Dirk bombed last night?
It was Dirk, Bonnie Guzzler. I mean,
Hey, that's a good lineup, man. That's a good lineup.
you can't get it up to Bonnie Guzzler. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You're not a headliner. I don't know what to tell you, Dirk.
You're not gonna get an easier crowd than that.
Who the fuck do you know, Dirk, that got you this headlining spot? We got Bonnie Guzzler here, and you're lucky that she's not the headliner.
Yeah, the manager's calling up whoever recommended him. How'd you recommend this guy to me?
Who the fuck
This
is
guy's an
Dirk?
open niker at best.
This guy's name is Dirk the Thumb from now on.
It
Dirk
should have been
the
our first
old
clue.
limp
And there's
thumb.
somebody pissed off there because he just ruined his vouch.
Oh yeah.
I can't take vouches for you anymore.
My name's Mud. My name's Mud in this business now.
I put my reputation on the line for you, Dirk, and you're in there thumbing it.
Damn it,
God
Dirk.
damn. I'll never work there again.
Oh shit! I got tears.
That's so
Tears.
funny. That's too bad because the night I saw it, the people were killing it. But then there was no climax to the one I saw. It was all. I think I saw the early show, and they were all just acts that nobody ever finished anything.
Were they just in the back jizzing in a cup?
I don't understand where but like there was this super athletic black couple that was just doing crazy shit. Like it was sex, but it was so far beyond
Cirque du
sex.
Soleil?
Yeah, it was sex du soleil, 100%. Buddy, she was spinning. He had her up, and he was inside her, and he was like spinning her around like as a top on
Yeah,
top of
I
her.
like that.
That's cool.
It was the least erotic sex thing I've ever seen. It
Yeah.
was like watching gymnastics, but they're full penetration.
What do you think they do at home? They're like chefs. They don't cook at all, right?
No.
They just go home and they basically soak.
Mutual masturbation.
They're like, let me just soak here for a bit.
You familiar with soaking? It's
I know it's soaking.
Okay,
in,
good.
Don't worry.
Soak du Soleil over here.
He does it off a trapeze.
Come down like the Mission Impossible thing. That's perfect. So you can be like,
Cirque du Soleil is a beautiful.
I was speaking of Cirque du Soleil. I was telling Otter on the way here. It came up. I ate mushrooms this summer and went to Cirque du Soleil.
Nice.
And like the movie Knocked Up, where they did that, that's where I stole the idea. It's fucking intense.
Man, I went there not on mushrooms and it was insane.
Yeah, it was so fucking crazy. But the best part about it, so there was these kids behind me, and they're kind of just moving around, and like they hit my chair a few times, and I kind of like looked back when I got my chair hit, but I wasn't one of those like, what the fuck are these kids doing? I was just like, oh, what's going on back there? Like, it didn't bother me or anything, and I'm so high on mushrooms, and then intermission hits, and
God knows what you look like when you turned around.
That's all I was picturing. I was picturing what they would see.
you shouldn't know what's going on back here.
Slow motion head turn.
But so intermission comes, we like leave the tent, and I'm like, Kira's like, your eyes are fucking bugging out of your fucking head, and I'm just like so stoned, like just peeking on shrooms. And the woman whose kid it was, she comes walking by with her kid. She goes, I'm so sorry. I was like, oh no need to be sorry. And she goes, also, are you Jeff Paul? And I was so high, and I went, yeah. And then she looked at her husband. She goes, I told you it was him. And he went, eh. Like, just didn't give a fuck. And then they just walked away. They didn't say another thing to me.
Could have been your third grade teacher or something.
Yeah, it's like, who are you?
I don't even know it's related to comedy or anything. Just somebody who knows you. That would fuck me up so bad.
And Kira's like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, I have no idea.
Oh, buddy, that's
Are you a fan?
You from
Did you get my album?
Would you like a beer cozy?
Cozy at least.
Buddy,
Pay what you can. Pay what you can.
It's a wallet too.
Speaking of push forward, let's tell you about the show that we get booked on this summer. It's just got a random phone call from
This
this
is
dude.
Hilarious.
There's and he seems like a nice dude. I'm not this is
Great
not
guy.
a dude in any way.
Never talked to him.
He called us up to do this gig. He owns like a water park, but it's not. It's like kind of it's not like water slides. It's like a giant lake with a bunch of inflatable shit
It's
on
like
it.
Wipeout.
Yeah, it's a bit like Wipeout, like a low budget Wipeout kind of thing. And so this was right after the Tom Brady roast. And so he called up and he was like, I got this great idea. This is a moneymaker for sure. He goes, I want you guys to come down. And so there's like 100 people in the water park. They're going up and down these little things. He's like, I want you guys to come up and just roast the shit out of them while they're at the water park. And I was like, what? And he goes, and he clearly just seen the roast. He's like, I don't want it to be, like as crazy as like a real roast, but you make fun of people's race and their weight and their sexuality. And I was like, first of all, we're not doing any of
Yo,
those.
get some water wings on that black guy down there.
Look at this gay Indian fella. So it's like, what? Like that's what was in his head. Hey guys, Peter here. I'm just working on the episode that you're watching right now. You can see it there. And I just want to take a minute to really point out that this place that we're talking about is super cool, and you should check it out. And the dude running it was just trying to do something super fun, and we really, really wanted it to work. And then it just didn't. So, but it's a really cool place, and you should check it out. And we would love to do something there that's a little different than this. It's called the place is called Splash Effects. If you're in Halifax, it's like Splash and Halifax combined, not Splash Effects, like Splash Effect. We'll write it there. Yeah, you see it. Anyway, go check it out.
Man, it's crazy. And I'll be honest too about the start of this, Pete. You were like, man, I got us this gig. And then you told me, and I'm like, man, that sounds kind of crazy. Like, and I'll be honest, I'm like, I'll do it because like we're just trying to get this thing going. Do what you can do. But as it got closer, I was starting not to sleep, being like, this is gonna be fucking crazy.
Hour 40 minutes.
We're just strangers out there. We're not famous. People aren't gonna look at us and be like, hey, there's the guys from 30 Mids on High. Let them make fun of us. People are gonna be like, man, fuck these guys, and come over and smash us with our own mics.
You called me so many times being like, are people going to think we're assholes after this? Like, yep.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're brought there to be assholes.
Be assholes to people who are very vulnerable. I got no shirt on.
Are the people aware that they're going going to get roasted when they come in? Or
Oh, they
you
were
guys
aware
like-
because the people didn't buy tickets to this thing.
He called me like 2 days before. He was like, "Man, I don't know what's going on. We haven't sold any tickets."
You fucking think?
I'm like, "Yeah, we haven't sold any tickets."
Maybe we close her down, bud. You give me half the deposit.
He goes, "All the other slots are selling great, but just this one slot."
Do
won't
you
sell."
fucking think so? Hey, baby, it's August. You know how we usually go to that water park in Hammond's Plains? Yeah. Well, what if we went out there this time and a couple fucking strangers called us fat? Are you fucking kidding me?
Look at this fat bitch in her bathing suit. What does she think she is?
What, do you got 4 kids? Oh, you do?
Oh, you got 4 kids inside you right now?
Oh, go take care of your kids. That's what you could have had.
And the thing is too, like, you know, you're familiar with the show Wipeout.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, you mean like the show Wipeout?" And he was like, "What's that?"
He'd never heard of Wipeout. That's red flag number 1.
Well, here's the thing. The Wipeout, those guys talking shit aren't talking shit to the people.
Right.
They're in a separate booth talking to the audience.
They're not even there the same day. They're not. They're watching this on TV like us, but they have ties on and a green screen behind them.
Yeah, and
like
the people
we'll
who-
put behind you right now. Boom. Right there. That's Wipeout. You could literally do it right now being like, oh, here we got a couple dickheads going to 69 their way through the giant balls.
Yeah, also, the people on Wipeout are like at least trying to compete for a prize, or they're trying to win some money. They're being paid to be there. They're not just people having a fun day with their family. And us. And it was like 14 plus. It was like there was going to be people like 14 years old there.
What? You did not tell me
No, I
that.
didn't want to tell you that part. I didn't want to bring that part up. No booze. Just straight up.
Oh, that'd have been fun. Look at this kid. He's pretty lit. Who gives a shit?
I'm 14. Yeah, you're a fat 14, you little fuck.
Your generation's weak. Let's see you tackle the balls, you nerd.
I've never met you, but you're probably
Oh,
gay.
God.
God, you got a boner right now, kid?
Oh, this kid's got a boner on the giant balls. That's got to be something.
Look at the stepmom and
That's got to be something. Hey, where are all the 15-year-old girls out there? Check out this kid's little baby boner. Oh, my God, what a fucking tool.
Imagine being a
30
defining
mids
memory.
on high. Check us out.
Imagine being a
I
defining
like to be
memory
paid
of
in
a kid's
advance,
life.
please.
Oh, yeah. No, the check was going to be in the bank before we did this.
But here's
and
the
the
worst-
car was going to be running.
Yeah. Jeff's gonna need a nap before the show. I can see that. I've never seen a man more comfortable, ready for his sleep.
It's nice, man.
This fellow right there.
Well, I ate a Reese's peanut butter cup, and now I got my sugar high is now taking me down.
Oh, he's
into the
great.
Oh, yeah. It's taking you in for a nice little soft Reese's landing.
Oh, I like a soft landing.
Oh, yeah.
I just realized
Me
I haven't
too.
been wearing my fucking
Me
headphones.
too. That's how comfy you are.
Yeah, that's cozy. He likes being cozy.
But I've heard every word you guys have said.
Yeah. I mean, you're 2 feet away from us. I don't want to shatter the illusion of this being a giant studio, but I could reach out and touch it. So, of course, you've heard us.
Actually, they project me somewhere else on this green screen, would you? I'd
Yeah.
like to
Somewhere nice.
like to be on the beach in Miami.
Sure, no problem.
All right.
I got my shirt off, and then two
not-
losers
we're not-
from some
we're
local
not-
podcast come by. And tell
We're
me
not
how
taking the time to fucking green screen your shirt out.
all right,
If we do, we're making you have giant nipples.
I'll take it off then.
I'm taking the time to do it. I'm giving you giant nipples and a weirdly
And
shaped
I'm
chest.
just lying on the beach in Miami, and two local podcasters come by, tell me how fat I am.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
the whole
this
experience.
is Miami. Put a shirt on.
Hey, not for nothing.
Yeah, we're not from Miami, but put a shirt on.
I was just about to do the New York accent too.
I know.
Hey, I'm beaching here. Put a fucking shirt
Yeah,
on.
I'm beaching over here.
You're walking around with them fucking nipples out.
I went to Key West, Florida last year. You guys ever been to Key West?
No, just heard about it through the Golden Girls.
It is a beautiful, beautiful
that where they
place.
live?
Yeah?
It's where we flew into Miami and then rented a car so we could drive the bridges from True Lies.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
30 years later.
Yeah.
Do a True Lies vacation.
buddy, I watched True Lies before I went. It was great. But anyway, got down to Key West, and then we just started trying to figure out how good we have to do in life to retire in Key West.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful place. And it's so like that you can drink in the streets. You go into a store.
Everybody's wearing that outfit.
Wait, is this like where the new Roadhouse took place?
Yeah, down in the Keys. Yeah.
The new Roadhouse was a tiki bar. What a fucking piece of
It
shit.
sucked so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, so it sucks so bad I enjoyed it. That's how bad it was.
But you drive golf carts around, and
That's what drunk rich people do
you
everywhere
drink
now.
in the streets.
I like
you go into
that.
a store, they pour your drink into a plastic cup, and like
Yeah.
every bar serves your drink in a plastic cup. So if you don't like the bar anymore. You can just leave with
Yeah.
your drink and go to the next bar.
Get in your golf cart because you can't get arrested for drunk driving in a golf cart. I learned that from reality
Like,
TV.
sorry you don't like it at the Roadhouse. You can go find a seat at the next tiki bar.
If you wait another hour though, Conor McGregor's gonna come in and rip shit up.
Yeah, this big real estate guy can't figure how to take this friggin' thing over.
Did you? I watched the original Roadhouse.
That movie's sick.
Preparing for the new Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And the insane ending of Roadhouse.
When he rips the guy's throat out.
No, that's not even the insane part. The insane part is they go into that guy who runs the town. They go into his home and kill everybody.
Yeah.
Like just murder all these people, and then one guy takes the guns and he walks out the back door right before the cops show up.
Yeah.
And then he comes back in a minute later, so he didn't hide those guns far.
Not fair.
And then the cops go, "What the hell happened here?" And the dude goes, "I didn't see nothing." And then they all laugh, and the movie ends.
Fuck, I've never stayed awake.
Can I
from
tell you
that.
something? When you say it like that, sounds terrible. Can I tell you another thing? Still sounds better than the new one. The new one is fucking garbage.
It's not a good movie. It's a bad.
When they're like at the end and it's all like the Roadhouse is semi-demolished and they're like, well, it's gonna be another 5 to 6 months before we can open this place up again. Be like, you can just put more leaves on top of your tiki
it's an
bar.
open
Are you
bar. It's an
fucking
open
kidding me?
concept You don't
This
need a
is-
roof.
This is a fort that me and my buddies bought, but you guys are licensed.
Yeah.
Me and my buddies built. Like, it's just a tiki bar. But
It's
in
the
Florida.
worst tiki bar. It's just giant.
I love that in the original, Patrick Swayze, who is a bouncer,
Yeah.
He's not just a bouncer. He's the best bouncer.
somehow
in the
gets
land.
the local doctor, which pretty impressive
Yeah,
for a
pretty
bouncer.
cool.
But and this is the best part, because when the guy recruits him to come work for his bar,
already insane, by the way.
he goes, "Yeah, already insane." But then he goes, "I've already bought your plane tickets." Who's going state to state recruiting bouncers for their bar?
The fact that there's even
That's
a
how
network
bad
where
the
you can find
Roadhouse
that.
was. That's how bad it was there.
But it's like, it's wild that you go searching across the country for a bouncer and you're not like, I'm just gonna get like the best boxer I've ever seen.
Buddy, this is pre-internet. You had to physically go to places and be like, I
Make some
need
phone
the
calls.
best bouncer you guys have. And
I saw your picture on a flyer, kid.
Exactly. Are you as good as they say you are? I don't know what this competition is.
Imagine someone comes to your bar and they're like, give me the best bouncer you've ever seen. Be like, I don't know.
How about I just give you the one that's working tonight?
I only know the dude who's here.
Yeah.
And he's kind of an asshole. Yeah.
His name's fucking Chad, and
they-
he's decent.
When he goes, "Why do you want me?" He goes, "Because you're the best." He goes, "I'm not the best," and then he names the best.
Wade Garrett.
Yeah, and it's
Wade Garrett's the best.
Really?
Sam Elliott's character.
Yeah, he does a full-on down on one knee cock punch to a guy. That's how he gets introduced into the movie. When a bunch of guys are trying to steal cakes from the Roadhouse, and they're trying to do it right in front of my boy Jeff Healy, this blind ass fucking guitar player, and then Wade Garrett's like, I don't fucking think so, and him and Swayze lay a fucking adult-sized portion beating on these pussies, including a cock punch, kneels down, cock punch. And then he gets up, everybody gets up, and Jeff Healy, who's blind, who just knows that the fight is over, goes, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Wade Garrett.
I know a good cock punch when I hear
And
one.
he's still got the stank of another man's cock on his fist.
He punched a man in his dick, I can smell it.
We'll be taking these cakes today, boys. You know I work every Wednesday if you think this is going to be a regular thing.
It's Cock Punch Wednesday. Come down for a little
I
cock punch.
assume I have a job.
We got a giant bowl of cock punch over there for you to drink.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking.
I like when in Roadhouse when the guy walks in, like Dalton's first night in the first
horrible
one.
name, by the way.
Dalton in the first one,
Dalton.
it's a great name. And the guy walks in, a couple toughies with their the boys. The guy's like, look at these guys. These guys don't look like much or whatever. And old Dalton looks at them and he goes, right boot. And he looks down, the guy's got a little jackknife sticking out of his boot. He's been walking around with a little knife sticking out of his boot. just ready to double dragon style knife kick somebody.
There's no way the best bouncer in all of America is named Dalton. There's just a 0% chance.
Creasy, let me tell you something about the reality of walking around with a knife boot. If you decide to give somebody a knife kick, you just decide to try to like kill somebody with one kick.
I saw something about the woman who played the doctor.
Yeah.
She's married to like a Hollywood guy, but this guy is friends with Bill Murray. I forget who the fuck this is.
Yeah, no, I saw the same
and
clip.
It's Bill Murray. Every time he sees Roadhouse on TV, he'll call this guy middle of the night and be like, "Hey, Patrick Swayze's banging your wife."
Rest in peace, Swayze.
R.I.P. Swayze. This is for you, Swayze. This one's dedicated to the late, great Patrick Swayze.
Right boot. Opinions vary.